on EA Sports. Coming up, former Viking Case Keenum makes his debut in orange and blue as his Broncos take on the rebuild defense of the Seattle Seahawks. I'll be back at halftime with a look at the other games that are going on. But first, we're off to the Rockies. Standing by, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Godden alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They passed the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Seattle Seahawks, after an 0-4 preseason, gearing up for Week 1 when they will square off against Denver, and that man, Russell Wilson. He will be starting his 7th season opener with the Seahawks.
And remember how he's evolved as a quarterback. Used to be more of a so-called game manager. Now the entire offense, meaning running the football, being physical. And with an offensive line loaded with first and second round picks, they expect to be better there. At the tailback position, Rashad Penny, the rookie first rounder, he'll team with Chris Carson, and hopefully they can recreate the glory days of the Seattle Seahawks. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On second down, here's Wilson. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. And here's the starting offensive unit for Seattle.
And that means my... go to Doug Baldwin out on the perimeter. He plays the game so hard and with such passion, but also plays it skillfully. Only one drop last season on his way to another Pro Bowl season.
From the gun on third down, Wilson completes it to Dixon. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they set
quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open.
Accelerating, and off he goes. That is touchdown number 1 of the NFL career of former Aztec Rashad Penny. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Now, leading the Broncos onto the field is Case Keenum, and he will be the Week 1 starter against the Seahawks on September 9th. Of course, last year, 14 starts for him in Minnesota.
And that definitely was not the plan 2 years ago when Denver drafted Paxton Lynch, because they thought he would ascend and become the starting quarterback in short order. Instead, he was actually released because Chad Kelly out of Mississippi ended up beating him out. Remember, Chad Kelly was Mr. Irrelevant, the last player drafted 2 seasons ago. And guess what? He's now the number 2 guy in Denver.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a second down. Working from the gun, Keenum. Oh, you saw that one coming in line. Seattle Seahawks coming back out here, and, you know, week one coming up, and they're kind of interesting because they've lost a lot of their older guys, especially on that defense, and a lot of people may be overlooking this team this year. What do you think?
I think that that's accurate, and they are one of my under-the-radar teams to keep an eye out on in 2018. Look, they open with games at Denver, at Chicago, home for Dallas, and then they go to Arizona. So 3 of the first 4 on the road. Not easy, but I think it's the type of team that Pete Carroll's excited about coaching. Brand new and eager to be taught.
So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Janikowski bangs it through, and that will make it 10-0 here in the first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now Case Keenum and the offense heading through last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad, but let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for them, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Well, these Seahawks heading out here on offense. Let's talk about last year. One to forget, Charles, in the Pacific Northwest. 7-9, a seat on the couch in January for these players, and that broke a streak of 5 straight seasons of double-digit victories and a playoff berth.
And I think they lost their identity a little bit along the way. On offense, they've always been a run-first, magical, led the league in touchdown passes, but they are at their best when they're able to run the ball first and take control. On defense, age caught up with them. The Legion of Boom, no longer the same. And
looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. There he goes, left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
This is fielded at the goal line. And out now come the Seahawks. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game play. Can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
The undisputed star of this defense is Von Miller, who was the Super Bowl 50 MVP, had 10 sacks in 2017. He's had double-digit sacks 6 times in a 7-year career. And how about a little cherry on top of the sundae? The defensive MVP of the Pro Bowl last season.
A second down carry for Procise. And some room to roam now. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And they're on the move here. They've got it first. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Penny, the first down carry. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now Rashad Penny. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw.
Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. They'll try and run down here with Procise. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now it's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Ed Dixon, his first touchdown in a Seahawk uniform. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
It's not a great revelation to say that it's going to take a lot to replace what Jimmy Graham gave this club from the tight end position, especially in the red zone. But that had to be an encouraging sight for Russell Wilson right there as he finds one of his replacements for the touchdown.
Janikowski on for the extra point. Adds the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out to kick is Janikowski. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. These Broncos coming off 2 years of not making the playoffs after winning Super Bowl 50. And last year in Vance Joseph's first season, they went 5-11, had an 8-game losing streak. Now, look, the defense remained elite. But the quarterback carousel, the general lack of offensive production really led to a disappointing 2017.
And in order for them to reverse that, they've got to continue to play to their strength, which is their defense. And they did that by drafting Bradley Chubb at number 5 overall, the defensive end out of North Carolina State. Gives them extra pass rushers. But on offense, they made a peace offering to their defense by signing Case Keenum at quarterback. That should calm down that position and open up possibilities on the offensive side of the ball.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
Hey, on yard! On yard!
On 1st down, it's Keenum. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
Led to the sack.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. He sets to fire deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, Keenum stepping up. He'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Jam, jam. Hey, orange, orange.
Keenum now on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football, and we just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
Play action. Now it's Keenum. He's got it. The tight end, Jeff Hireman. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. 2 minutes to go. A reminder coming up at the half, we hook up with a new guy, Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis, and more importantly this year, scores and stats from around the league here in week 1. So do not press that skip button. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. The Broncos in the hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly. Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. The quick slant caught, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, a 9-yard touchdown grab, and the Broncos draw a bit closer. McManus's point after is good, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Well, let's gaze our attention as the offense takes the field on Rashad Penny. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. On the incompletion, I turn to you as we continue to do all these week 1 predictions, and I ask Rookie of the Year, could this be a battle for Gotham between Darnold and Barkley?
I like it. I like that a lot. A quarterback, Sam Darnold with the Jets, a runner, Saquon Barkley with the New York Giants. But I'm thinking defense, and I'm going out west to the Denver Broncos. Bradley Chubb, defensive end, outside linebacker. Remember, Von Miller's on the other side. He'll take up a lot of attention. That should give Chubb more one-on-one opportunities to get quarterbacks on the ground.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Being chased out left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Past the 20. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And he's got it. Quarterbacks find a way to stretch their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Janikowski now for the point after. Janikowski good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Hey, yo, let's go, let's go.
The drive starts with Devontae Booker, and he stopped immediately there.
Hey, go, Roger. Here goes the hot. Hey, orange, orange. Orange, orange. Hey, orange, orange. Orange, orange. Roger, Roger, Roger. Cut.
The final shot before half for Keenum. Trying to lay one up deep. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety.